Alrighty, so today we are modifying to fit eyelet shocks, like these bad boys, where you normally put an eyelet stud. Now the top cradle from this truck looks like this. This is going in rosy here. This is the passenger seat. You see, right down there inside the coil, we unbolted this. I no longer know where those nuts are. That's cool. Right on. But this just simply sits up here on the studs, like so. It's funny because I had this off yesterday, but then I just had my wife's truck in here, well, fiance's truck, so we could do an oil change on it, and now I don't know where those nuts are. That's cool. I can find more. But either way, what we're going to do is, since this bad boy sits in there like this, and the bottom eyelet bolts through like that when it's in the truck, we're going to make this top one come in across like so, so it will sit in like that, right there. And now I will, got these nice tabs here that I just tack welded all together. I've got my drawing here, 2 1/4 wide, 2 inch tall. We'll be running 1.5 inches to the center of the hole, and it's going to be a 5/8 hole for the tops. That's the rubber bushed end there. This side here has a steel bushing inside the rubber bushing. These came off a, I don't know what year, F-250 with the Triton gas job, F-250. Got them out of the scrapyard because they're still good shocks. They're a little slow on the return, but they're, oh boy. Up here you can see, there we go. They're okay. Like, it is slowly growing back. You can see by the rust marks. They're not perfect, but they're shocks. They're definitely better than what was in there, because what was in there didn't return at all. See, now it's returning a lot faster. What we're working on today here is we're just going to take, got our tabs, tack welded together. Got a piece of pipe here. It's got a kind of radius the edge because it's flared out a bit from beating on it. I'm gonna mark it on here, draw a bit of radius on the corners, and grind that in with an angle grinder with a flap disc on it. So I'm just gonna swap over the flap disc, do that, and then we'll see you back here when that's alrighty. So we got her got the nice little radius put in the corners there just to make them not sharp. Just a little toasty there. But I'll send right here. Just put in the bottom side of there, like so. 5/8 bolt, like this one right here. Slides through there. Of course, I'm not going to be using these, but these are not taste metal now. These are a little too long, but they do slide through very nice. Do the job they need to. I'm going to use them for mock-up. Got to go to Bolt Supply tomorrow. Oops. Bolt Supply, Saskatoon, sponsor me, please. Got to go to Bolt Supply tomorrow. Get shorter 5/8, and see. Got to bring this with. See what I can get to fit in this bottom side here. Because I don't have anything here that fits it super nicely. But now we're going to take this, we're going to toss a couple marks on it, center punch it, take it over to the mill, punch a 1/2 inch hole through it, and then just individually I will use a Christmas tree bit and open them up to a 5/8. And then I will be able to just weld them directly to the inside of the bucket, just along either side. I gotta make myself a little spacer for the top of the shock that is the same width, so that I can bolt it in and get everything set right, so that these will slide in there real nice. I'll probably give it a little bit of room so that I can get a little bit of crush out of the tabs. Depending on how they line up, I might gusset them as well, but we're going to see how that goes once I get them in. Gusseting them is going to be a little overkill, but hey, that's kind of this whole truck at this point. I did have a real sweet video going out for these here and the install of them, because I already had them pre-built, but I had filmed that on my actual camera and all the files got corrupted. It wouldn't upload them to my computer. There was no file detected. I could see them on the camera, and when I moved the card around to try and upload them from the camera instead of from the card, they were gone. So sadly we don't get a video there. I'll probably do a little walk around on them, but I do have to get a little bit more material in to finish out the driver's side, so I'll try and make a video out of that. But now, enough of my talking. I'm going to measure out 1.5 inches from here to here in the center, toss a little mark, and then over to the mill we shall go, and I'll do some mill work. Alrighty, so now we have here our stubby 1/2 inch, which I made in the lost content. All I did was I cut it off, make it nice and stubby, and I resharpened it, and I did a bit of a custom grind to thin the web, so that it's better for going straight through material without a pilot hole. Just that looks pretty good. To the chuck here. It's a 3/8 shank. Looks like I gotta raise it up more. Wipe the jaws clean. Part here in the jaws. There we go. Crank down on our handle here. There we go. Power on. Look up the this again. There's a nut that clamps the there's a split line in there, and it clamps the back together, back around the column here. So now we've got this is unlocked here, and this does the same thing, but for the spindle. And we have our feed here. Let me just line the tip up on our mark. Good. Then we can lock the cable. I do want to change this lock style to something a lot nicer, but I don't think I will be able to. I also have to figure out how to oil this thing, because I cannot find any oil filler tips on this machine. Because oil is very important on a machine like this, or else you'll wear out your ways, and then it's garbage. So, up. I'm gonna get myself some oil here for the cutting. This here, all I use for cutting oil is just used engine oil. I need a bigger shop. And Northeast Off-Road there, the boys up by Melfort, they released the dates this year. It's same weekend as my wedding for that event, so we're not making it, sadly. There we go. There. Now that I just got to unclamp, break that all apart, open those suckers up to be a 5/8 hole, and then they're ready to go. It's so much easier than when I helped Chris do his, because I had to built all of Chris's brackets as well for his front end, for his shock mounts, redesigned so that they mount in better, because the bottom is really dumb on whatever that is, an XJ, or I think it's an X. I know he'll give me shit if I don't recorrect it, so I'll recorrect it if I was wrong. But yeah, and eyelets as well were really hard to get at, and he used Chevy shocks on that truck, I believe. Again, he'll probably recorrect me in the comments if I'm wrong. But now we have ourselves a brick with a hole in it. It's quite warm, so grind that off, drop them once or twice when they split apart, and grab myself a hole saw, or not a hole saw, grab myself a Christmas tree bit or a step bit. I'll open those suckers up, and we can get to welding. So, woohoo! There we go. So we got her welded in there now. It is slightly offset to the one side, but it's in there. Still got to weld the back side there yet. That's not a fun one to get at, but that one is all welded up. I can let her cool down. Still got to get the right bolts for it. But I can. Oh, I'm tired now. Oh. Then I can unbolt the other side and weld it up. So yeah, a little bit more work, and then tomorrow I can get bolts and finish this off, and then there won't really be anything besides a truck box full of junk to keep it from being drivable. So right away, she'll be back on the road. Oi, after how much work? Oh, cool, over an hour's work. Finally able to get this shock in here. The bottoms I had drilled out to fit 1/2-inch bolts. They're still pretty tight, and getting the alignment, because they're a little bit narrower than the factory, was a pain in the butt. This whole setup now uses 2 3/4 inch length bolts. Tops are 5/8, bottoms are 1/2 inch, all grade 8. Yeah, but it is all in now and bolted down. So we get this bolt right here through the fender. It comes down through here. This is up on a jack right now. But what's really awesome, we'll go up, is that we are going to actually drop a coil before we run out of shock travel. So now we just nice and slowly let her back down here. There we go, now she's going. Watch that. Goes where it needs to go. There we go. Bingo. There we go. Ignore the flat tire. But now when we rock it, get up on the step here, get her rocking. This side levels out real quick, the other side keeps shaking. So we're doing a good job there. Oops. So now I gotta drill out the other set of tabs, weld them on, make them a little bit more centered this time, make sure I can actually get a socket on there, and then we'll do this side, which is going to be even worse. But that's okay. We're here for having fun. Yay. But I'm going to keep working now. You enjoy yourself. I don't remember where I left off yesterday, but today's Monday now. I'm here after work. So I'm gonna keep on working, and I'll catch you when I got that other side set up here. Alrighty, and that right there, my friends, is shock numero 2. You see she's right up in there. I got this one in a lot nicer and centered. There you can see. I didn't have to wear into here with the socket as I was putting it on. Ouch. Bolted in at the bottom there, and then I shot a grade 8. Yeah, but she's got shocks in her now. So there's not a hell of a lot now keeping her from a good and proper. Ooh, that stiffened up the front a lot. I think I'm still hitting the jack over here, but either way, she's gonna ride like a truck, that's for sure. I mean, that's what happens when you put 3/4 ton shocks on her. No, it's definitely not hitting there. But, she'll be. Oh yeah, these are beauties. Stop shaking damn near instantly. Whew, these might be almost gonna be the nicest shocks I ever owned. The fox shocks I had in the big dogs there, the white one, those were the nicest shocks I'd ever owned. But those are also really expensive, and those were factory fit for up to a 2-inch level, which I had on that truck. But this one's getting way more than a 2-inch level. We all know that. The Plan 7. But we still got to get 1 ton under the rear. So for the time being, I'm going to pull that front drive shaft, so I'm not at all worried. I got to do an oil change on it before it becomes a daily again, which is coming right away. I still have that drive shaft video to get out. Lost content. I think I already said that. But either way, I think we're going to end this off here. Pretty sure y'all kind of saw the design that I've done for the. So we got one tab here running about right there, another one running right there. You can see the weld overlap right there, and then see them down in there a bit. I was gonna gusset this back one right here and plate that all in, but figured that would have been overkill, and I really didn't want to do that much CAD work to do that. So I just said, fuck it, it'll be fine. So here we go. Yeah, she should ride a lot nicer than when she had no shocks. But the last thing I still got to do is figure out what I got to torque these top bolts down to. Insert that here. And then she's ready to go, because I'm sure there is a torque spec for those top bolts. But we'll end this off here. Like, subscribe, drop a comment. Thank you, TMR Customs and AMSOIL. AMSOIL, send me oil. Or well, talk to me. Because oil change has to happen. TMR Customs, AMSOIL. That's it right now. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. If someone knows them, please. They're really yummy. But that'll be it. Like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. And as always, keep it freaking killer.